Welcome back. We are now delighted, hopefully, to be joined this time on the line by Ambassador Mona Omar, the former Assistant Foreign Minister for African Affairs. A very good afternoon to you, Madam Ambassador.
Good afternoon to you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us. First and foremost, the Algerian-Egyptian historical relations have a very interesting dimension with their Arab depth and their African dimension. They've risen in recent years to reflect the two countries' weight in both Arab and African levels. Could you tell us a bit more, Madam Ambassador, on this unique relationship?
Yeah, as you said, this is a very unique relationship.
Yes.
We have been always together. We have been with the Algerian brothers and sisters since their independence, and everybody knows here in Egypt about the story of the martyrs in Algeria and the support that Egypt gave to them. And as well, when we had the 1973 war, our brothers from Algeria were supporting us, and they sent troops to support the Egyptian troops.
Yes.
The relations between the two countries are very, very important. Both countries are two big countries. I have to tell you that our economies are more or less very similar. And we are among the 5 big countries in the African Union, as we pay the most of the membership fees in the African Union.
Yes.
We have so many other aspects that bring us together. Cultural ones, we have the security, we have the political coordination all the time. We have so many aspects that bring us together.
Indeed.
I'm not talking about the football.
No.
We don't want to mention this.
No. Back to more political and economic ties. Today at the press conference, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi spoke about the talks and how they were constructive and reflected joint political wills to expand ties. And the President spoke about the issues that were discussed, including coordination over fighting terrorism, as well as facing extremist organizations, and the latest developments in Libya, which are a main concern to both Egypt and Algeria. Could you tell us a bit more regarding this specific topic, Madam Ambassador?
Yes, sure. You are taking the security aspect.
Yes, of course.
And what's happening in the region, Sahel and Sahara, is of a great importance and concern to both countries.
Yes.
Here in Egypt, we are hosting the Center for Fighting Terrorism in the Sahel and Sahara, and we trained about 2,000 soldiers from the region here in Egypt. The coordination between the two countries is very important. We know that Algeria has a history of fighting terrorists. So one of the aspects is exchanging the experiences and also exchanging information about what's going on in this important region for both of us.
Yes.
Both countries have the Arab and the African dimension, and this makes of the region of Sahel and Sahara number one in our concerns in the relationship between the two countries.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Madam Ambassador, also the leaders spoke about the need for the two countries to advance frameworks of cooperation at various levels, and they spoke about economic ties and the will to further increase investment and economic ties between the two countries. How important is this with regards to trade cooperation?
In trade, we are not really reaching the ceiling that we should reach. So I think in bilateral trade relations, both presidents stressed the importance of increasing this exchange rate in trade. But in investment, I know that we have many big Egyptian companies who are investing in Algeria.
Yes.
Another aspect is that both countries now are producing gas, natural gas, and this is one of the issues I think that was discussed between the two presidents how to cooperate and coordinate in this regard. And as we said, the aspect of being two African countries, Algeria is more powerful and has more strength in the west of Africa. We have more strength in east and the rest of Africa. So when we coordinate, we can really achieve a lot. We have the African Free Trade Area, and this is a new development that we should really coordinate to invest for the sake and the interest of both countries.
Absolutely. Now, Madam Ambassador, the talks also touched on the Grand Ethiopian Dam, and the two leaders agreed on the importance of preserving Egypt's water rights, and also Algeria has commented on Egypt's negotiating skills and patience with regards to this issue. How important is the Algerian role in supporting the Egyptian Nile water rights in this regard?
It is very important,
yes.
And we all know that through the Foreign Minister Ramadan Al-Amamra,
yes.
He has been to Cairo many times, and he even had...
He was here last week as well, yes.
Yes, to try to solve the problem. They have good relations with Ethiopia, so they might be a good mediator between us and Sudan and the other part in Ethiopia. They said that they support our point of view of the need to have really an agreement about the management of the water in the dam. So if they are convinced with our point of view and they can talk to the Ethiopians, it might be an opening for these stalled negotiations.
Yes. Yes, indeed, Madam Ambassador. Very important role indeed. Also, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi spoke in today's press conference about the talks between the two leaders and their agreement on backing the Palestinian right to an independent state. A very important discussion between the two leaders and the Palestinian cause in general, which is something that Arab nations are unified towards.
This is true. They talked about this, and we have similar positions about the Palestinian case.
Yes.
And I think, as you said, it's many of all the Arab countries have the same position about the Palestinian problem and its capital as Jerusalem. But also we discussed many other issues like Libya, the situation in Libya, and we had similar positions, the situation in Tunisia.
Yes.
So I think this visit was very important, and it revealed the very strong relations that exist between the two countries and that we have to rely upon. And I mean, this was the first visit. I'm expecting our president to return the visit to His Excellency, the President of Algeria.
Yes, indeed. Madam Ambassador, just before I let you go, you mentioned a very important issue, the situation in Tunisia as well, and how both Egypt and Algeria are invested in the situation and affected by it as well. Tell us a bit more about how both sides share this vision and viewpoint over this issue.
Both parts are decided that they don't interfere in what's happening in Tunisia, and that the choice of the Tunisian people
yes.
is the most important factor, that they respect whatever the choice of the Tunisian people. It's a country that is on the borders, it's very near to Egypt and on the borders of Algeria, and this is why, from the security point of view, it plays an important role in the region itself.
Absolutely. Right, Madam Ambassador Mona Omar, the former Assistant Foreign Minister for African Affairs. I'd like to thank you very, very much, ma'am, for your time and your insight, and for joining us this afternoon here on Now TV International with our coverage of the very important visit by the Algerian president, who is currently on a 2-day official visit to Egypt. He was received yesterday at Cairo International Airport by President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, and the Algerian President Abdelmadjid Tebboune today held talks with the President el-Sisi, and a press conference afterwards ensued. The talks between the two leaders tackled several issues, including means of boosting bilateral relations. They also focused on exchanging views over several regional and international issues of mutual concern. A short break and we'll be back. Do stay tuned.
عندي عمري فلاتر وياه ما تخلطوليش فيها وكنا نبغيها وعلى جالها نوض لاقير حبنا جامي مات